Hello, Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. And I direct this correspondence to President Biden and the United States Congress. As spokesman and advocate of basic human rights, I suggest that everybody should have home. But I also like to say to those of you who I've directed this correspondence to, a 3-bedroom house can only hold so many people. 4-bedroom can hold a few more. But there are limitations. Neither can hold everyone. Neither can this nation hold everyone. And I'm sure others are going to other nations, at least I hope. But when it comes down to America, we are a loving people. We are compassionate people. We hold empathy for people. And we hate to see people suffer. And if there's anything that we could do to take away that suffering, then we, I'm sure, would do it. And so when we look at the border and see people who are running from their dwellings, their homes, for whatever their reasons might be, they've given us many, we can have compassion for them. But we must be wise enough to understand that this house cannot hold them all. However, we can make some adjustments to accommodate perhaps the females, the little children, and if there are old people that are incapacitated to a degree, maybe those as well. Some might say if they were able to come from wherever they came from, then they perhaps aren't that messed up. But I say what we should do is this: help the women, help the children. But when it comes down to the men, give them a ticket to go back home. These men must understand that their country is their country. They were given that country, and they were to protect that country and live in that country, provide for their children, provide for their wives, provide for their families. And any of them that run from their country with their kids, with their wives, are not men. And if they came just to help them get to a certain point, recognize that it is time for them to go back. Go back and protect what is their family. Go back and protect their whole life from enemies of life. Whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to do to provide a home for your family, do it. Don't let no excuse. And perhaps the United States and other nations will be able to help guide you and help you do the things that you have chosen to do. We're not going to choose to do it. This is your responsibility, and you must handle your responsibility. How do you think it look? Women and children coming across the waters, coming across wherever they're coming from, looking for some help, looking for a refuge, and coming with them a young man looking for help. I hate to say it like this, I won't say it like that. Go back home. Go back home and deal with that enemy that's driving your family, that enemy that cares nothing about your family, that enemy that cares nothing about your children, your wives, your old people, that care nothing about them. And here you crossing the country, running around like some wild animal, some homeless dog. Go back home like men and stand up for what is right and just. And take care of your business, and then call your family back, call your children back, call your wives back. Be a man. Be men. Be righteous. So I just think that Congress should consider this. I know I haven't said it diplomatic enough for you, but it's a point that I wanted to make. I would love to see all of these men housed, but I'm no fool. I look at New York. I look at California. I look at Texas. I look at these border states. These states are already suffering. And all of a sudden, here come crowds of people. They're not caring about the American people. They just running around for, can you help us? Can you help us? Even though they know when they come and ask you for help, they are causing you pain and suffering. But can you help us? And that's a need. I'm not trying to knock that. That is a need. But the help that you give got to mean something. And bringing in everybody doesn't mean anything but you out of your mind. God is not looking for you to do that. Take in what you can. Help those others. Tell them to take responsibility for their own lives. And we'll give them whatever support is required or necessary. Congress, this is my advice to you. President Biden, this is my advice to you. Thank you.